Welcome to episode 19, League with No Name Podcast. It's your boy Beans. Far right, we got Moose.
Your boy.
Chad Story in here.
Got it
my
all.
guy Durag Cheese. And we got a special guest. First place in the league, my guy Stoll. What's
Bad
up,
news to first. From bad news to first.
Finally made it.
Glad we could get him on. Alright, so let's jump
Trying to get up
into
here for a minute now.
these game recaps. Moose, who y'all had this week?
Who we had this week, man?
You know you had.
I forgot who we had.
Pats.
Who we had?
215. Pats to the 215.
Yeah, we had the Patriots. We had a good first half. Actually, I was happy in the first half. Then second half, we just came off flat. We couldn't get the offense going. Ended up losing by 7. So, it's the Pats. So I'm not too mad, but I wanted to get those guys. So.
I gotta kind of get it together, y'all.
We got
slipping away
got
from
a
this playoff picture.
favorable schedule after we play the Seahawks, so I think we can get it together.
Dallas still again too?
Yeah, we got Dallas again. Then we got Washington, G-Men. I think Miami. So we got some struggles.
And Dallas played the Patriots this week, so that's
Yeah, so if we can get
I
rolling.
got Russ this week though.
Yeah, with Russ. Man, listen.
Light y'all up.
I'm at the Corsiera, man. Trying to do something.
Jay, how y'all look this week?
You know how we look. Hey, nah, we
this guy.
we hot right. Cheese.
Yo, that confidence just was crazy
Yo,
now.
out of nowhere.
That 2-game win streak got acting nuts.
But it's not just a 2-game win streak.
That was who
like,
they beat.
We ain't give up touchdowns.
We haven't given
Too
up
much
a
change
touchdown.
happening.
Yeah,
We didn't give it 20 points, Cheese Boys.
That bye week,
We ain't give up a touchdown.
That bye week was good.
We haven't given up a touchdown since we played the Seahawks in the second half. So we've been rolling right now. We got 4 interceptions. We only had 2 all year going into the game, and that was from week 2 against Wentz. So
How ironic.
hey man, we got the Bucks this week. Hopefully Jameis turn it over. Yeah, we look good this week. Man.
Hopefully. He turned it.
Cheese, how y'all look?
We had a bye week. We won, though, because them boys lost.
Houston.
And
Titans can make a playoff.
chill. 1 game out of the lead of the division. It's right there. We got to play the Texans twice. We still got the Jags, and we still got the Colts again. So
Foles back, man. Jay said that like they light.
it's not light, but, I mean, they 2-4 against us in the last 6 meetings, so I like those odds, but,
Ain't beating the Colts.
Yeah, we was on bye too. So, Stowe, you was at the game this week. How was that? Ravens and Texans. That was a big one.
Stole, man.
First quarter was good.
0-0.
Just because it was scoreless. After that, 41 unanswered points.
Goodness gracious.
It was ugly, but I got faith in my boy DY, man. We gonna be he week to week right now, but that O line ain't right. But
What was that environment like?
it was kind of light,
Really?
Like,
That's a big game.
maybe because the first game I went to this year was the Saints and you in a dome, so
Yeah.
it's louder.
That was.
But them Baltimore fans, they go hard though.
Yeah.
Like they loving Lamar right now. And I give them that. They definitely go hard. But I think I'm done with games for the year.
Oh, you on 2 for
0-2 in the year.
not them feet.
All right, Moose, dog of the week. Who you got?
Jay, sick.
Dog of the week. I got a few though. You know how I do, man. It was hard for me to choose. I wanted to go Jamal Adams because he had like 3 sacks, and I wanted to go John Brown, but I knew the podcast hates when I pick players on my own team. But
That's a good game.
yeah, John Brown went hard, but the dog of the week might be that Myles Garrett. I don't know. It takes some kind of animal to do that. So he might be the, I don't know if he's the dog, but he's some kind of animal of the week.
Cheese, who you got?
My dog of the week is Mike Thomas. What he had? 8 catches, 114 yards, and a touchdown.
Mr. Consistent.
Yeah, you
Force
got it, right?
feed.
Oh my god.
Force feed.
It's force fed, but he got what? 90 plus
Nobody
catches. 90 plus catches in the first 10 games. That's the first person in NFL history to have 90 plus catches in the first 10 games.
How many touchdowns you got?
5.
It don't even seem like he got that many scores.
Yeah, he
You
only got
just
5.
get the catches and yards, and I'm out. Like,
But Marvin Harrison, single season record, 143 receptions in the
about to kill
season.
that.
He might murk that.
Yeah, he having a really good season. My dog went with Jimmy G, 424 yards, 4 TDs, 34 completions.
Start.
That was a good start last week, but don't start him this week. Just so you know.
Oh, brother.
I
I got
just
just
know.
projection, dog. I ain't looking for much. Projection.
Just know.
That's all I need.
Who was your dog, Jay?
Lamar Jackson, man. I'm sorry.
Hey,
It had to
he
be.
stole
He's just
same page.
no turnovers, 17 for 24, 4 touchdowns. Like he ran for like 80 yards. that dude right now, the game just looks too easy. Like it was like one run, I think he just had guys.
Yeah, he was spin moves.
Okay, like it was, yeah, it was crazy. Like first down moves out there. Like,
Not that good. So I know you was at the game, so you probably didn't get a chance to watch a lot of other teams. Anybody that caught your eye this week? Other than Lamar?
I was about to say, we still say, if we was doing dogs, I was about to say Lamar, because dude looked like it was like high school out there, like the way he was like, he's the best athlete on the field, man. But yeah, I really ain't catching other games, man.
Yeah.
I fell asleep I drank my way through the game. Like you saw my picks, I had a flask that I snuck in, and I drank my way to the game. So once the game ended, it was a wrap for me. Didn't even watch the Patriots game, like nothing. So
There was nothing to see there.
All right, so we got Stowe for a reason. We want to, ask him a few questions to start with. 4 years ago, we started the league. You've seen the cast of characters that they put together. When you first started the league, what did you think?
I felt like it was just like something that'd be thrown, like it was just thrown together. Randy threw together. It felt like not like something massive, but it's just like he's like, "Yo, you want to play in this league?" Like, I bet we had played in. I think you did the NCAA bracket thing, so like we had been in a couple leagues already. So I was like, "All right, man, it's gonna be cool. This have to materialize to something a lot more competitive and interesting."
So let's talk about, we'll separate the first 3 years and then we'll talk about this year. So just tell the people a little bit how your first 3 years were.
He's not talking about.
Y'all just heard how my experience at the game was. That's how my experience first 3 years in the league, man. So it was rough. Like I ain't never wavered really though. I just tried to stay with it. Like it is what it is. It's like when Moose, the way the fantasy guys doing Moose this year, like that was a lot of it. I give you 1 year, it was my draft. I don't remember if it was last year or the year before.
Maybe the year you had for Derwitz.
Always been in the wire for a tight end, man.
I'll give you that 1 year. You did have a pretty good year.
No,
but
it was
bad. It was bad.
I think it
Great
was year
1 year.
2.
That Dalvin year.
Last year was last year was Dalvin.
Year 2, that's when we had to
next
battle up.
one. Okay.
Like he dropped 250, but then somebody had 278.
That's what I'm going
Shady
through
did
right
me
now.
dirty last year.
You got
And then
it.
Dalvin going down, that hurt. But I think last year it was a draft and just a little bad luck. This year, I just think it's just clicking,
Yeah, so that's my next question. What changed this year? Like you went from pizza man to first place. What changed?
That's crazy.
That Martha's
I
Vineyard
think,
trip.
I think I just had a really good draft, man. Like I think I haven't. Most of my starters are all people I drafted. If I look at it, I think everyone I started
from them too. You get like a culmination of like that D-Watt and then your running backs and that Josh Jacobs.
I got lucky on a couple people.
Josh Jacobs and Eckler.
I ain't in front of Sutton. I wasn't big on. He just happened to be there.
I could have got Sutton off your hands.
Chark, I got really.
Yeah.
Chark was what,
Those are
15th
picks.
round?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you
Like
definitely-
that one was 8 on. OJ Howard, that
Should have
was.
put that Sutton.
OJ
I had a
and
chance
DJ
to.
I've been in the wire every week before that Kittle trade, man, and
That's
it's still hurting me.
That's where I was going next. So you said your team is basically everybody you drafted. So what made you want to go and get Kittle? Was that the piece that you thought was going to take you to the ship?
I was getting literally nothing from tight end spot.
So what was the trade?
That
You
was
gave
good.
up-
That was a good move though. I like that move.
I
You
gave
just
up
outline
a
the trade for us.
I gave up a 7 for a 10, and I got Kittle for Montgomery. At the time, I felt like I had a wealth of running backs too. So I got Jacobs, Breida, Eckler, who's still eating.
He's crazy.
Yeah, you got a staple over there.
He's leading team in catches.
Forgot my other backs, but I felt like I had the backs to give up. I knew I had to give up something to fill that void. And then once Casey made that deal, like that really solidified it. Like something had to be done.
This
Yeah.
guy.
Not that guy.
What deal you talking about? The Kelsey guy?
Yeah, that deal.
Fleece.
That deal's still under investigation because inquiry into
Randy Moss
my
for
boy
a fifth
Neely.
Well, when you talk to your boy Neely, tell him we've been trying to get him on the show. He can come explain.
Let me know when
I'm
that
still trying to
happens.
figure out what happened with that very first trade where Casey swindled Randy, how that went through.
And he got the better pick.
He got a good pick.
How you get his player in?
Everyone was confused. Everyone thought Randy got the
All right, so how many weeks in? How many weeks we got left before the playoffs, fantasy playoffs start?
Same place start.
2 weeks.
So we gotta play week 11, week 12. It starts week 13.
So you're sitting at the top with 2 weeks left. What are your expectations for the rest of the season?
Guys, listen.
Guys, listen.
I expect to be there, man. I think I got one of the best teams.
You there right now. You clinched.
Yeah, but I'm talking about.
Oh,
I ain't
you
trying to get there. I'm here.
Yeah,
Like if I'm gonna get there, I'm trying to win it all. And,
Okay.
Smooth sailing, perhaps.
nah, it's not smooth. It's definitely not smooth sailing. Because to get in, I'm probably gonna have to beat King again. That's not gonna be. I missed Bark
Always
last
sneaky.
week.
King is
Right.
always
I
sneaky.
missed Bark last week. I forgot who his QB is. I missed him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not Dak went off. What I'm talking about.
Maybe a receiver, maybe.
Yeah, he was missing somebody else, but it's gonna be a tough road. But I think I got the squad to do it. Especially I get Kittle back. It's gonna get real.
I seen the matchups with D Watt. You got some favorable matchups.
Yeah, man.
Like if Stowe goes to championship, D Watt plays the Bucks. So
Oh my God.
that's probably a 60 piece.
I know I said I wasn't going to no games, but I've been plotting on that.
That's a good one.
I looked ahead. I was like, if I get there, I'm like, I look at because how Cheese beat me. And I was just like, yo, let me see who got matchups. Like, yeah, he got week 16.
I need that 1 seed though.
So how'd you become a Texans fan?
That's unusual for somebody in Connecticut.
It is just random, man. And like growing up, I really didn't like. I watched football, but I wasn't into football like that. Like I used to fuck. Not bad. I used to mess with Aaron McNair. Like I wasn't a Titans fan, but like I would root for them.
And you gonna go
It was an
in the division?
Aaron McNair, dog. Aaron McNair. Like
Bruh.
people like Braun. Like I wasn't a Cash fan.
So you
But like when they came out in 99, they announced that they was coming squad. 02,
Yeah.
they started the season. Like I started playing with them in Madden. Like I was heavy into Madden back then, so I was like, all right, let me check them out. Really had no squads, so it kind of just manifested itself after that. And like you said, no one likes them, so it's not like you just be like, oh, you a bandwagon.
Bandwagon.
Oh, man, you chasing titles. You ain't done nothing.
You a day one,
Yeah.
technically.
So now that you're on the other end of the spectrum now, and you're no longer within question for pizza, who do you think gets the pizza man this year?
I think it's gonna be on Randy. Only solely because Moose got the points. Like they end up where they at. Moose got them killed.
I got the points. I'm killing them points, but
It's the
I
same
don't.
record though.
I don't feel like a person with all those picks. He can't be pizza. Like he gonna win those two. I can't win a game.
He gotta be
I
this
just
week.
can't win a game. I
I
can't
need
win
you
a
this
game.
week.
I need me this week.
I need this week.
You beat Cheese and I win.
That's a lot of
I
implications.
got a lot of
this year.
injuries right now. Juju
Power
injured.
implications.
Our boy
Like,
E-Man
it's a
injured.
concussion and
Free.
He all set. You're not playing Juju for the rest of the year.
It just-
You said Juju's up?
Juju
got
out.
knee
He got
injuries.
playing.
That's crazy that the two dudes
The
I
two
sent you.
I
They already
traded
ruled him
for
out.
are gone. Like I can't get them right. Like it just.
I hope it's not you though, man.
I hope it's on me either.
I hope it's not you.
I wanted to be Rini for selling the soul and not getting nothing.
Especially when he's
That is-
He deserves to get the pizza 9 from 10. He deserves.
He
to
was
get
up
the
there
damn
talking
pizza.
too.
Like,
I don't remember what he said, but he had some words for me before
Oh,
too.
yeah,
So
he
I
got a lot
hope
of words.
it's so
If I see you, you know what it is.
I think it's like, I think funny, but like, it's a remarkable story to have that many extra picks and then to be possibly gonna have
half of
pizza.
those picks that he had are not even on his team no more. Like
He been making deals that he get the short end of the stick on almost every deal.
he's making the deals just to try to get out of it. Like he's not making them to like win or anything. He's making them to stay out of the pizza.
So he might be in 10th, and next year it's not looking good either. With all the picks that he had.
Never know if he could go to pizza with the third and the fourth. He could make a jump out of having.
He could hit like Gabe.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
Gabe
Gabe
about to say,
Gabe hit.
I don't know
Gabe
how
was
Gabe
6,
is.
right?
Yeah, he gave you 6.
Six,
I jumped
six,
in.
six,
Points.
points.
I came in from kind of tight. I gave him Crowder. That Crowder.
Yo, that jump.
But
Crowder.
my man was harassing me for weeks. Like weeks for Crowder.
He be online. He be on your line. When he on your line, he on it.
Like I think I got decent. I got Crowder in the 10th. I got
Trading Crowder?
Yeah, I got a
He
7.
dropped him
I
though.
wonder how he got Crowder.
Crowder was in the wire because Gabe, if you
Yeah,
look at that,
he had a bad stretch.
Gabe has a short
Gabe
leash.
was driving
Gabe was-
quick.
Listen,
The way he dropped off, just because Casey said something about him in the chat, like, come on.
like Josh Allen just gave him 50. He said, "Oh, I'm good now." Like just put him back in the wire. Like Gabe just got a short leash.
Any more questions for Stoll?
Oh man.
It's like that.
I holla at him after
We
we
get you
play.
bums.
We still got to play Texans twice. I can't say nothing yet. I can't
Hopefully
say
it's the
nothing.
50-point thing again.
Oh, chill,
That was the coach
he's
went to
wildin'.
the coach had a heart attack.
Yo, he's
Coach is in a booth and said, "Yo, 911."
I check and spit on it again. That's what he said. Alright, so let's move on to some NFL stuff. Over the weekend, Cap had his workout. he changed it like last minute to somewhere else because he didn't like the details of what was happening with the NFL. Do y'all think that he made the right decision to make that change, or is it gonna come back to bite him? I'll start with you, boy.
I mean, he looked good, you know what I mean? So I don't know if it came to bite him, but it might bite him just because it didn't look good for like a professional standpoint. Changing it up last minute. He's already on a short leash. So like you doing that and then a lot of other teams didn't show up. Supposedly like 22 or 12 or something like that teams were supposed to be showing up.
I think it was over 20.
Yeah, but they didn't end up showing up because he changed the venue and it was like an hour away from the venue they previously had. So that professionalism could have messed him up, but he looked good. So I don't know, man.
I'm gonna say, you know, he gotta do what he gotta do. NFL was Gary giving him a grimy deal, like working out Saturday when nobody works out. Like if even if you bring in a kicker, they don't work out on Saturday. Like they come, everybody comes in, beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday. So for them to do that, and then I guess the it was just been a lot of speculation. Like the waiver was like it was different language in it, where he would gave up his rights so he couldn't sue again, whatever.
And he couldn't have who he wanted to record,
yeah,
right?
So yeah, then they would tell him
who he could throw to.
Who he could throw to.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then they agreed to say like what teams were going to show, and I was like, no, we're not giving you the list. So I think he came in with a plan B. Like, all right, like I feel like they say he has some of the best lawyers too. So Cap knew he was getting into. It only takes one team, so whether it was 7, 8 people, the 7, 8 teams still the film is out there. So. I mean, the NFL always could just say, you know, I mean, they still got to make the decision, so that's probably where it hurt them because they could just say, you know what, we good. But I like that he didn't follow their word because it was like, yeah, y'all already gave me the raw end of the stick, so.
Yeah, so I'm going to come back to something you just said, but Stoll and Cheese, I'm actually this. I was listening to Stephen A. He said Cap really doesn't want to play in the league because if he wanted to play in the league, then he would have just did whatever the NFL told him and took the opportunity. So do you think that's accurate? Do you think he actually doesn't want to play? He just wants the media... He just wants the attention?
No, because he wanted to play 3 years ago. Like when he gave up when he decided to waive his, like, you know, I think he declined his option to go into free agency. He wanted to play it in there. Yeah, I sat out for 3 years. So now y'all want me to move on? Nah, like I'm still the free agent. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna move how I want to move because you can't just make me work out on a Saturday when no one's ever worked out on a Saturday.
Well, that's in order to get where you want to get.
Yeah, but that's what the NFL's trying to get you.
They tried to set him up.
Oh, it's clearly set up.
They tried with the 72 hours, and then I saw something
like 48 hours to like you have 40 hours to like respond and like accept what we're about to do.
And then I saw something where the coaches, like teams, didn't even know anything about the workout.
Hugh Jackson,
like it wasn't like teams were like, oh, let's get capping. This came out of no like, NFL was like, oh, we're giving you a workout, which is like, why are you giving him work? Like why now?
I feel like it was just thrown together to say like, look, at least we're like trying to mention him, but.
And then for him to do that, they got to be loving it.
So go back to something you said. It only takes one team. Last word on this. Do you think there is one team that's going to pick him up?
I do think there's one team, but I don't think it'll be this year.
Not this year.
I think it'll be an off season. It'll just be some after the draft type thing. They'll just pick up Cap. And I honestly think probably like it'll be one of them coaches who are already solidified and like an Andy Reid type. Not saying Andy Reid would do it, but like he's the type of coach that would do something like that. I could see like an Andy Reid or a Pete Carroll type of coach that's just be like, you know what? You know, we could use this guy on offense, whatever. You know,
I think somebody like Sean Payton will, if Drew Brees steps away, Teddy B.
Carroll checked in on him in the offseason, right?
I heard Jets were interested in him.
should be.
It definitely should be.
Yeah.
It's a lot of teams that should be.
Denver should be
the optics of it. They don't want the optics of it. So
There's questions that come with it. And a lot of teams can't, you know, when you don't have the right answers for it, it's easy to just shy away from it. Like, you know, like your owner passed away, like you know he wasn't gonna be there. Like, hey, Bob Muir, like, get that son of a gun.
with the wrong McNair.
yeah.
But like, yeah, it's easy to just disregard it and, you know, avoid all that and just say, nah, we good. Like, we're going the other way. When clearly the Bengals, you know, you could just bring him in right now and he'll start.
All right. So the other big news in the NFL last week, we saw one of the craziest incidents that I've ever seen. Myles Garrett took the helmet from what's the dude name? Rudolph. Hit him in the head with it. He ended up getting suspended indefinitely.
What?
Gabe started him 1 week.
I think he's that
So do we think his suspension, his indefinite suspension, was justified? Did he get the amount of games he wanted? He should have got. I'm sorry with you, Chief. What do you think?
I mean, after the appeal, I would say, I think it's too harsh of a penalty. It's hard. It's kind of hard. But Myles Mason Rudolph, he started it, man. For him to just get a fine, that's crazy. He tried to take Myles Garrett home. Myles Garrett he's wild for taking his helmet and hit him with it. It's funny watching it, but it's wrong.
She's had no sympathy.
I really don't.
I can't tell if he.
Fight with herself.
It happens, but nah.
What do you think, so?
It was tough. Like the rest of the season, that's a lot. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Then if they happen to sneak in the playoffs, like I think that it's a little harsh. What he did was OD. So like at the end of the day, like you've never seen. Well, we have seen. I saw footage of some stuff has happened like that back in the day.
In game, some rips might help.
I saw a video. What was my man that used to be the GM of the Lions? Matt Millen. He straight up punched someone like on the field. Like so, stuff has happened before.
Yeah, with social media now.
Just heightened and people calling for him to be arrested and stuff. So probably made it worse. So the NFL had to react that way.
He's a thug. Get him out of here.
But I think like 4 would have been
sufficient.
Yeah.
He does poetry.
It seemed really out of character for him, which I think moves Jay.
I mean, I feel like the rest of the season might be much, but it might be like something like you do so no one else does it. So that's why I could see them doing the rest of the year so no one else would try to do something like that. But I could see 4 games for the rest of the year. But like to Myles Garrett's credit, I'm not saying that he's not wrong for hitting with the helmet. But we're gonna hopefully try to put the a still shot up for you guys. This is what I was trying to tell everybody else. A lineman was on Myles Garrett, and also Mason Rudolph also was trying to take his helmet off. He gave him a low blow. There's no telling what he said to him. So after they were broken up, he was charging him. So they had my guy's arm. They had one arm, and he was charging him. So all he had was one free hand with the helmet in it. Nobody was thinking like, let me drop his helmet and then swing. He had the helmet and dude had his arm and dude charged him, so he swung what he had. Like, so it's not right, but like no one's gonna say, let me put this helmet down and then swing on him. No, you charging me, you gonna get this helmet. Like, so
you see Musso fight fair.
If you charging me, you got 2 guys, one guy on my arm, you charging me after everybody's breaking it up. My only free hand is the hand I got the helmet in. You gonna get that helmet, like so. Mason got a fine. That's it. He should be suspended as well. Like, he started it. Mm-hmm. So if my man Myles is going to get suspended, so should Mason Rudolph. Like,
that's where I was going to go next. So Rudolph got no suspension, and he's the one that kind of provoked the whole situation.
I would say Myles started.
I know Myles started with the hit, but that's still a legal football.
That was
play.
he had a flag.
It was late. Yeah, just late. Yeah.
Right. He didn't even get a flag. That's the thing. He didn't
It
even get a
should have
flag.
been.
No, it wasn't a flag. Not for the hit.
So
it should have been.
Either way, that's like a legal football play. Then he starts trying to take the helmet off.
That's where
then he gets up. Then he's charging at him. Myles defending himself.
And then he gave him a low blow. There's no telling what was
said. The crazy thing about the whole thing though is like that all could have been avoided for both sides because there's only 8 seconds left in the game. It was a 2-possession game, so like you weren't gonna come back. Like it was really just chunk it down and like you getting stats from backup.
Yeah, he was already
injured. So Myles was still rushing the quarterback like it was first quarter, and then Mason got mad probably.
Yeah. We still got those players who played to the
last
no matter what.
Yeah. But like that's how he was playing. Like the ball like literally was already like the running back was already out of bounds and he was still tackling him. Yeah. So I can get why the quarterback's mad, but trying to push something up, you can't really do something to somebody without you don't know how they're gonna react. So you know what I mean?
I think it might help him though. Mason it was a half-hearted apology, but he came out today and took up a little of the blame for it though. So that might help here.
It's too late though. Like
it's definitely.
You and your agent were already talking about taking legal action.
Everybody on.
I'd be interested to see how the appeal goes. I don't think it'll be in his favor, but
that Eagle doing it, James Thrash, please. He got the whole year.
All right, so let's get back into some fantasy stuff. Every week we give you the standings. First place, my guy, Stowe.
How we doing?
Still in first. 2, Casey. 3, King. 4, Los. 5, J.A. 6, Dave. 7, Cheese. Me in 8th. Move to 9th. And Brandon in 10th. It's been
Get boxed up. Get boxed up.
I've been in the same position all
What do you
year.
need to happen for you to jump into that sixth spot?
Me?
Yeah.
I gotta win out. Most likely Gabe has to lose.
Both or one?
Probably one. If I win out,
Cheese could jump 3 people.
I could, but
not me.
Los with the points, but Los has to lose as well. Cause
I got Los this week. I'll do what I can.
My guy.
What's your record? You 5-6.
5-6.
Cheese has to. He has to win this week because if he, even if he has to win this week because I got him by like 200 points. But I play Cheese next week,
Gabe lose
and you are not beating by 200. Like, I lose by 200.
So if Gabe lose, we'd be 6-6.
So everybody that's got 6 wins, everybody that no.
King is, Los is the real one. Los loses out and I went out.
Technically, Los and King cannot make the playoffs.
Yeah, well, that's why they have clinched. That's why they got 7 wins and haven't clinched because they can still not make playoffs.
That's a lot
But Cheese has to win out. So
I gotta win out and they gotta lose out.
But Los has who has Los has this week?
He got
like
beat this week.
600 points.
He has Randy next week though.
So
He has Randy next
That's
week.
2 games he should win.
But Randy gets his dogs back next week too. So
Hey man.
Alright.
Hopefully Los loses out, Moose get pizza, and Randy beats Los. So
It's looking
I
like
want Moose to get pizza. I want Randy to get pizza.
you don't want Randy to get pizza because y'all got
I
something
need Randy to
going.
get pizza. Wait,
Moose
I
don't
got nothing going.
Randy don't like
got
you.
raised issue. You take it out on me.
Everybody hate Moose though.
Everybody don't hate Moose. Moose, you got a lot of hype, and you got a lot of
height?
you got a lot of our followers following you.
Yo, Mr. Playoffs, dog.
Listen,
Yeah.
my drive was real. You see the points?
I don't miss the playoffs.
Listen.
I hate when you say he see the point.
Hold on. We don't hold it right now.
300 carry.
Every time you see the recap, I've been saving them Jones. So everybody know I played. If they have my schedule, it'll be the same record. I played Casey this week. It said he would have been 2-7 if he had my same
But
record.
you can't go by that. You know
Why
why?
not? It's the truth.
Just because I played him,
If I-
I might play a guy that sat that I wouldn't.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, but you don't do that because
Don't do that with me. Listen.
Listen,
Six guys you don't play.
If I had low schedule,
I played
it
him.
said I would have been undefeated.
That's
No,
Los-
listen,
that's
I
Los'
played
schedule.
him. I played Los. I played Stowe, and I purposely played King Stills, Duke, and High.
got
Cause I'm like,
D-Lock.
yo, I'm getting, and he played Fells, because I'm like, all right, he picked up Fells off the wire that week.
Who cares?
Yeah,
That's how it goes.
Fells
Please,
Fells
don't
win
get to
him.
me. Like,
You have one.
And it moves the
I'm like
bad
30.
luck though.
Bad luck. I'm like 30.
Moose ain't had no bad
That's his
luck.
fault, though.
And then when I lose,
What's your record?
it's because a player. I had like 3 players in one game
What's your record?
lead the game.
What's
in
your
like
record?
4.5.
What's your
No,
record?
we all don't.
What's your record?
So we
Don't
got
worry about my record.
Wait, no, for real. 2-9, right?
It don't matter.
2-9.
If you
yeah.
2-9, if you ain't dropped the pictures, David, you have at least 4
Shots.
wins. You have at least 4 wins.
How?
How?
What you mean
I
how?
dropped 31, 53.
Yo, if you ain't dropped
I've been having players lead the game before I have
Bro,
multiple
if you
times.
look back at your
And then hold on.
Mahomes left in the red zone, dog. I don't want to hear about
Besides
that.
me having players leaving the game, I also scored the second highest in the whole week.
How
And
many times
still
that
lose.
happened?
But most you're not
Twice.
top 3 in points no more, though.
Yes, I am. If
You're not.
I ain't 3 on 4.
No, you're not, because it's Stowe, it's me, it's Gabe. You damn sure ain't that.
Exactly. If I ain't 3 on 4. I've been top all the time, bro.
You get lit up, too, though.
Yeah, because
That's the problem.
This is exactly when I
So it ain't the schedule, it's just
when they play
the
me,
matchup-
when they play
it's
me,
the matchup
they
score.
had their highest score week.
Your points against
points
My
against.
points against the sick. It just had a
Only 2
bad
people
had
in the
bad
whole
luck
league
this
got over
week.
2,000 points against. He got 21.
Him and Randy getting
Yeah, like come on, like just keep it real. I had bad breaks, man. Like,
Nope.
the team is real. You see the team?
Teammate,
I'm balling.
team is
Hold
real.
on. I'm balling, and I don't even have my 3 receivers I drafted, and I'm still in there, man.
Well, so what does that mean?
AB left, Fuller
But
left.
no, what you knew what you
Josh
was getting
Gordon
into.
left.
Don't say Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon never
Come
did
on.
that to
You
even
didn't know
shit.
he was gonna be out the league though.
Come on now.
Yeah, but you ain't Josh Gordon not a top 5 receiver either. So
He not a top 5 receiver, but the reason why I
You took
took
your chances.
you get a chance.
I took my chance on him.
Yeah.
You just say like you missed on.
I missed.
So blame yourself. Don't blame the schedule.
And
I
Pittsburgh
didn't
defense.
get the scheduling. Man.
All right, so as usual, we got 5 games to pick. I'm gonna let everybody
Yo, come
tell me who they
We're not
got.
first tomorrow.
All right, so we're gonna start Colts at Texans. Chiefs, who you got?
We gotta play these dudes twice, so I'm hoping the Texans get rid of the Colts and we can handle that. Know what I mean? So I'm gonna take the
Take
Texans.
the Texans. Who you got? Cole?
His math is, his variables is crazy.
I just gotta go with it.
I'm taking Houston.
Houston.
I'm going you.
Hugh?
You know he got
He was
Jackson.
Alright, so that's a clean sweep for Houston because I'm going to take Houston too. Another good game here. Well, should be a good game.
That's tomorrow, right?
Seahawks at Eagles. Who got Cheese?
Why you going to me? We supposed to
I'm going to come back.
Seahawks Eagles?
Don't worry about where I'm going.
Oh, it's in Philly?
Yeah,
It's in the
Seahawks
2-1
at
feed.
Eagles.
It don't matter. Russ Wilson, he back on top of the MVP race.
That's 2 weeks in a row we use the Eagles too, just so
Listen.
Wilson get off.
Seahawks.
Hawks.
Upset. Philly.
Sierra got coming 2-1-5 and Broad Street get that cheesesteak and she ain't gonna like it, man. I'm going. We gonna sit in the gyms, man. We gonna sit in the.
She's not going to like what happens when she goes over there. Or she's not
We
going to like the cheesesteak.
gonna sit in the Maxes, man.
Ass is closed, bro. Yeah, it's dirty.
You're not really Philly. You're not really Philly. I was just there last month.
You got a cheesesteak?
Health inspectors.
Health department said.
Oh, you had a cheesesteak.
It's one of one Maxes though.
You had red meat, is what you telling us.
Listen, once in a blue moon, I might.
Little cheap.
You were just upstairs talking about.
Listen, I don't do it often, but when I'm on vacation, I might dip it down.
Got that one. Alright, I got the Seahawks too. Game 3, Cowboys at Pats. Who you got, Moose?
I got the grills. I'm saying.
He wants to be a dog, but this is just not it, man. Pat's gonna do it.
Go with the boys.
Girls.
Go with the Pats, man. It's supposed to snow or rain.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Pats.
I'm about to get a game this week.
This should be an easy pick here. Packers at 49ers. Who you got?
I'm going with the Packs.
Good man.
San Fran, line it up.
Jimmy G, I never want to take us in a good game.
I do take it out of a good game.
Alright, go ahead.
Go with them cheese heads.
My man.
Nah, they about to get locked up.
Say something dumb, Cheese.
San Fran. I guess.
And of course, I'm going to take the Packers. Last game, another good one. Well, the Rams ain't playing well. Ravens at Rams. Start with you, Moose. Who you got?
I'm going to go with the upset. Huh? I need
Yes,
to come up with some points. I'm going Rams, man.
I'm going Rams. Upset. Jalen Ramsey playing
That boy
today.
Jay on my paper.
Pick one of my
He got paper.
Rams.
He got paper.
Oh, Rams as well.
Everybody
Hold on. Pull up this paper. He probably even do it.
I don't
That's
know.
why we got to start with Cheese.
No, it's from the heart. And like it's
From
just,
the heart.
It's from the heart. Yeah, I don't know.
Let's take the Rams for it. Why? What's the deciding factor? Right?
It's time. You 5-5. You gotta make a playoff, which is time. You know what I mean? The Ravens are beatable.
They are.
Lamar is just
Everybody's
special right now.
They about to sit in the house.
Yeah,
Philly
Ravens
down.
are beatable. So we gonna see.
Sound like a little bit of hate from Lamar. I'm going to take the Ravens.
That's like the hate.
I need Rogue off.
It's not hate.
Matter of fact,
Oh,
yo,
for me, it's the hate.
the Ravens. I need Rogue.
changing your picks?
I need golf to act crazy, like, bad crazy.
So you changing your pick or keeping a Rams?
Girl, they running. Never mind.
I need that.
Got them
All
beats.
that.
All right, so the overall standings after, well, this is last week. So after week 10, we haven't calculated week 11 yet.
Why not?
Jeez. No, that's
No, I sent it on.
Nah, you got him.
Oh,
My
all right.
schedule has been crazy. I haven't been able to calculate it.
Oh, now
But I
it's
will
just
tell you-
scheduling.
Overnight.
I'm
Oh,
at yeah, I used it overnight. So, Casey and Jay Green are tied at first, or were tied at first, 92 and 55. We'll get you those the rest of the scores pretty soon. We don't really got time to go through all the starts and sits, so check the IG probably Friday or Saturday. We'll have all the starts and sits for the week up there. And that's the show. Thank you, Stowe, for coming on. We've been trying to do it for a while.
Yeah.
We appreciate the
Come back in
energy.
a couple weeks, ringed up. Man.
Ring. Ring ceremony?
How you gonna talk that talk at the end? Get the fuck out of here.
Anybody, I'd rather be Stowe.
I already said
Yeah,
I expect to be there. So.
I'm happy for my guy.
Yeah, I'm
It's
happy
been a long
for
road.
Happy for nobody.
Yeah,
I
leave
don't
you with
care
that charity talk.
All right, so follow us, League with No Name, Facebook,
If he switched
Instagram.
up crazy. Moose was talking crazy. Episodes 3 and 4.
Oh, yeah, I'll get to that.
It's
I'm gonna do
still,
this.
We'll just say it.
Subscribe to the League with No Name.
It's still bad news, Stowe.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
He's having a good season right now.
Trying to
Make sure
get the credits, man.
Make sure you subscribe. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Google Play, everywhere you subscribe to
Yo,
your
he just makes
podcast.
Corona and water.
Now, what you had to say? What's up? Your energy has really changed.
Listen,
I don't even
listen,
remember all
listen.
that.
He's still bad news, Stowe, and I didn't have bad energy to him. I'm just keeping it real.
You trying to
Bro,
switch some guys
I'ma
up.
keep
But
it
listen. But hold on. But to my credit, I was on Stowe's
Stop saying
side.
I can't say to you.
I can't say that. I can't say that.
It's
Listen.
not a quote.
Somebody else got to say to you.
To my credit. You can't give
When
yourself credit.
Stowe was, when everybody was on
Someone has to
Stowe,
vouch for you to say
when,
something like that.
when everybody was on Stowe, like, oh, why you pick Dalvin? Why you pick Dalvin? I was saying, Dabo was leading the league in rushing before he got hurt.
One player
So I was on my man still.
I had
on my
Dabo.
man
He
still
was
squad.
leading.
Like
It
I was
wasn't
on- I was
One
on-
player
I
don't
was
make the
on
team.
his
I'm gonna keep it a buck with
Dabo
you.
too.
You and Stowe had the same amount of good seasons. Don't talk about Stowe.
You didn't say that, but you're also the guy that said, I've never seen almost 0-13.
I still never. I'm looking like
It's all
I'm
love,
looking
man.
like
We are where we are now, man. We appreciate you.
I've been talking, so I
trying to
better
reverse.
ask for recommendations because I'm gonna need the pieces.
I got a couple spots to bookmark for you.
So overall, if he wins the title this year, that puts him like higher than you, right?
The power rankings got changed. Yeah, definitely.
100%.
I mean, I guess it is. I guess so.
You ain't no
Overall
to your
record
credit,
still
ain't no
crazy.
guess.
Overall,
It's
yeah.
crazy,
To your
but that
credit.
ring, that puts you up there.
Yeah, he
Trust
got the
me, I
ring.
know.
If he gets it,
She's no.
he ain't no. He got pizza and then got the ring. I guess so.
It's chat good.
Oh yeah, that'll be the second time that happened.
Yeah, so
That's
I mean,
crazy.
I'm rooting for Stowe. I'd rather him get it than anyone else.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I feel like that towards that nigga.
I want the pizza or nobody. Like, that's it.
That's a fact. You
Nah, I don't want the
shout-outs,
pizza.
Moose?
My fault. I want
Yeah,
the
it's a
championship.
fight this
I'm
week.
bugging.
Yeah, it's a fight this week.
I don't know if I had no shout out this week, man.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, what's the fight this week, Moose?
Oh, we got Wilder fighting, but
Ortiz too. Wilder versus Ortiz too.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
It should be a good one. Definitely. Wilder should win that one, but don't sleep on Ortiz. He a dog.
Hopefully next week I come back clinched up, man. That's all. Shout out to my.
I wanted to end up with the playoffs.
Yo, I do not want to be on the outside looking.
Why y'all want me to miss the playoffs?
Don't say
I
y'all.
want you to get it. I want somebody from the pod to
But
get it.
now I want
crazy
to
out here.
If I don't get it, that means
One
y'all
of
gotta
you
get
gotta
it.
get in.
So one of us has to get in.
Yeah.
One of us is gonna miss.
Because
You
Randy's
want
Oh, we
you
both
gonna get in, but
Nah, don't talk like that. Nah.
I have a chance.
Stranger things that happen.
wait, but can y'all both
Cheese
get in?
don't
Is there a way that y'all both
deserve-
get
Cheese
in?
don't
both
deserve
get-
to
we
get
both
in.
get-
How I don't deserve
We
to
play
get
each other
in.
next
You don't.
Oh, yeah, play
We
each
do?
other.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
That's why I gotta win this
Cheese
shit.
picked
Come on.
Le'Veon Bell before C-Mac.
Bro, fantasy teams are not made in the first round. Stop
They
saying
are.
But
First-
the
his
Chiefs
team,
first three rounds
his
are-
team is special because of DJ Chark and
Yeah.
Cortland Sutton came out of nowhere.
Nah. I barely played Chart.
But you
That's
still
my thing.
got
I barely
him.
played
You got that
Chart.
garbage TD
The
last
third
year,
and
too.
fourth rounds.
And Austin
I started
Eckler
playing Chart
and
like
Josh
2 years ago.
Jacobs. You got.
Your
You
third and fourth round were hitters, but your first and second was trash.
Bro, but teams are not made right. How many teams?
Yeah, this show ended, bro.
Alvin Kamara is not having Alvin Kamara. He was the first pick. He has not been Alvin Kamara.
I haven't.
Gabe is in the playoffs.
I didn't.
King is what number? What is he ranked?
Crazy.
Saquon has not been Saquon.
Okay.
Teams are not made in the first round.
I didn't say
Zeke
no
ain't
more,
been
though.
Zeke.
Zeke ain't
It's
been
only
Zeke.
so many times you're gonna get this cheese.
All right.
Casey is in the playoffs. Teams are not made in the
Who you
first
do
round.
right now?
Low,
Nah.
low score, 1,500 picks.
Yeah. Los got who? Who Los first pick? D-Hop has not
Man,
been
please
D-Hop.
with no name, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's game.
Yo, I
It's
think
over.
Mahomes ain't really been Mahomes, dog.
Mahomes hasn't been